James and Emily met on a serendipitous journey, both having booked the same remote cabin in the woods for a solitary retreat. The cabin was a charming rustic place nestled deep within an ancient forest, far from the bustle of their everyday lives.
The first encounter was unexpected but pleasantly surprising for both of us.
Our mutual interests and the secluded environment quickly drew us closer together.
It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together in this tranquil haven. The journey into the unknown begins with a chilling breeze and an eerie silence. The forest, once serene, now feels like a labyrinth of shadows. Days turned into weeks as James and Emily ventured deeper into the woods, shared stories by the fireplace, and reveled in the tranquility that only nature could provide.
Our bond deepened with every shared meal and every moment of laughter under the starlit sky.
But as we ventured further, the woods began to whisper secrets of a dark past where time seemed to stand still.
Their hearts intertwined, creating a love story that seemed almost too perfect to be true, yet haunted by the shadows of the forest. One misty evening, while exploring a rarely trodden path, they stumbled upon an old, overgrown graveyard. The sight was eerie, with ancient moss-covered headstones barely visible through the fog.
I felt strangely drawn to one particular grave, my eyes fixed on it as if in a trance.
A chill ran down my spine, but I couldn't shake the feeling that the forest was alive, watching our every move.
Little did they know, this discovery would send shivers down their spines and change everything. That night, James couldn't shake off the unsettling feeling. He decided to research the history of the area and the people who once lived there.
As I delved into old records and local legends, a horrifying realization began to dawn upon me.
The grave Emily had been drawn to belonged to a woman who had mysteriously vanished decades ago. Her name was eerily familiar, Emily Rosewood.
Emily Rosewood. Could it be?
The truth was more chilling than he could have ever imagined. The forest held a sinister secret that threatened their very existence. Trembling with fear and disbelief, James confronted Emily.
Emily, what is happening? Who are you really?
Her face turned pale and tears welled up in her eyes.
I don't know. I have no recollection of my life before meeting you.
Desperate to uncover the truth, they returned to the graveyard together. As they approached the grave, Emily began to feel weak, her legs giving way beneath her.
Emily, hold on, I've got you.
James held her, his heart pounding in his chest. Suddenly the ground beneath them started to shake, and a ghostly figure emerged from the grave. It was Emily, or rather the spirit of the woman who had died long ago. The forest's haunting presence grew stronger, leaving them trembling in the face of the unknown. The ghostly figure spoke in a voice that echoed through the woods, sending chills down the spine.
Emily, you have been a lost soul, wandering these cursed woods for decades, unable to move on because you were waiting for your true love. Meeting James awakened your memories and allowed you to remember your tragic past. You died waiting for your lover to return, and your spirit has been trapped here ever since, bound by the forest's curse.
Emily, now understanding her doomed fate, felt a mixture of sorrow and fear.
James, I now know who I am, but I have to leave you to escape this torment.
With a heavy heart, she kissed him one last time and thanked him for the fleeting moments of happiness amidst her suffering.
Thank you, James, for everything. You brought a glimmer of light to my dark afterlife.
As dawn broke, her spirit began to fade, leaving James alone in the graveyard with only echoes of her screams lingering in the air. Years later, James, now an old man, decided to visit the cabin one last time. As he walked through the familiar woods, he felt a presence beside him. Turning around, he saw a young woman who looked exactly like Emily.
Hi there, I'm Rose. I've recently rented the cabin.
She smiled warmly at him, and for a moment James's heart skipped a beat as he thought Emily had been reincarnated. But the forest's eternal darkness soon snuffed out that flicker of hope.
Emily, is that you?
The love that had bound them in life and death was eternal, but fate had cast a shadow, leaving James to wander the woods alone once more.